It's always easy to talk about option application when it comes to stocks in hindsight, right? In hindsight, everything is known, everything's made aware, and it's very easy to do. In real time, it's easy as well, but it matters more because there's something we can actually do about it, and it's not just, oh, well, I wonder if that setup will actually ever happen again. So let's go out and take a look at AMD. AMD is triggering here on the trend rider. Okay, June 6th, trigger today at the close. And whether we go and set this up today, tomorrow, the next day, it's not, the concepts and principles aren't going to change all that much. Here's AMD. You can see, the nice strong update today, good volume, piercing the upper Bollinger Band, really just kind of classic trend rider bull signal. Now, does that mean it's only going to go up from here? Well, chances are pretty good. But, we know this is the market. Anything can obviously happen. So let's go see what the past signals have looked like here on AMD. Let's come into the history. And we can see that AMD is triggering here today, but it is triggered 11 or 10 other times in the past. Okay? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 triggers with 5 winners and 5 losers. Okay, five winners and 5 losers. What are the average winners? 21%, 46%, 26, 27. I mean, these are the moves on the stock. They're pretty incredible, right? The losers are pretty high too, 10%, 13%. So this, what do we know? We know that this is a stock that moves, and it moves on a high percentage basis. It moves up and it moves down. It's had winners and losers, both bullish and bearish. Today just happens to be a bullish trigger. How can we apply some options? Well, last time we talked about looking at out of the money options and saying, well, you know what? How much can our stock move? And, how can I profit from that? Here with AMD, we can come out to, next week, June options, the 13 strike. We can buy some at 16, 17 cents, right? We have the right to buy the stock at 13 in that case. Can AMD get up to 13? Let me clean up the chart, get all the squiggly lines off. Can it get to 13 by next Friday? Well, yeah, that wouldn't even be that big of a move for AMD, right? I mean, we're not talking about 8% being a huge move for it, right? So can it get to 13? Sure can. Can it fill this gap to 14? Yeah, sure can. Let's just say it gets to 14. What's my option worth? My option that's 16 or 17 cents right now, if it gets to 14, it's worth $1. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. Gets up there to $1. All right, something for 16, 17 cents. Possibly go to $1. All right, I can start to get behind that. I'd like for it to be a little cheaper, but I can start to get behind that. I'd love a little bit more time, something of that nature. But, what do we know about AMD? Well, it moves, right? I mean, it really moves. Even when it loses, it moves, right? The losers here, I mean, down 10%, down 13%, down 10%. They're moving. So what about some sort of straddle? Can we straddle this? Can we go and buy some of the 11.5 puts and some of the 13 calls? Now we don't care which way it moves. We just want it to move big one way or the other. This is another way to apply options here to it. Another way is to come out, give ourselves some more time, right? If we give ourselves a month and a half, right? Because let's face it, most of these moves, how long did they take? I mean, this one, April 6th to May 23rd to go 21%. Okay, that's a month and a half, right? If we come down here to this 49% move, this was, 2 months that it took to move that? If we come down here to this 10% move, go against 10%, it happened in a matter of, in a matter of a month. So, these aren't things that are happening in a week. Okay, these are taking a little bit of time. Here we go from July 18th to August 15th. So a month, month and a half, 2 months. Okay, right? What can we expect? Well, a 10% move in a matter of a month is $1.20, which would take this stock up to $13.40. A 20% move is $2.40, which would take this stock up to what? $14.50? Okay, $14.50. Can it get there? I mean, that's just a new high, not a big deal, right? Well, can we profit from that out to July and give ourselves plenty of time? Well, if we buy the 13s and it goes to $14.50, we've essentially tripled our money. If we buy the 14s and it goes to $14.50, we've barely doubled our money. It starts to get harder the more time we go and buy here. Okay, the more time we go and buy. And for me, I'm not a huge fan of what these option prices are giving, what they are. So for me, how do I want to apply it? Well, I'm not going to get into an option on it today. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. Some of that IV can calm down. Some of these option prices can chill out. We've just had a day where the stock is up 8%. The options are going to react to that. They're going to be inflated. They are going to be pricing in bigger movement. So what happens on the next day if the stock doesn't really move? Well, my option prices collapse. Now I become a lot more interested because I have my signal. Right? We know most signals, they're not taking off the next day and day after that. I mean, these aren't just things that go straight up or straight down after their signal. So given the fact that the options are fairly expensive, I can't make 1,000% on my money with a normalized move. Well, I'm going to give it till tomorrow. Take a look at what the option prices are. Can I set that up? Can I then now profit from that? The other option that I have is I can come out and do some sort of spread. So I can come here and I can buy the July 13s and I can sell the July 14s. Okay? So what do? I essentially pay 59 cents and I receive 32 cents. Gives me the right to buy the stock at 13, the obligation to sell it at 14. What's the cost here? Well, 28 cents, 27 cents. Okay. Cost me about 27 cents to be able to do this. Maybe I can trim a penny off that, but somewhere around 27 cents. If I can buy at 12, sell at 13, it's worth $1, so that's my max reward potential. All right. 4 to 1 there. Great. Buy for 27, sell at $1. If it goes over 14, plenty of time. Okay, I can start to get behind that because going to 14 by the middle of July, that's not even a big move, for AMD. Yeah, it's sizable, but AMD's made much stronger moves in the past. So those are some of the ways that it can be applied. For me, who wants to buy and out of the money and get a, put what I'm willing to risk on it, there's nothing to do here today. What do I risk by sitting on my hands? Well, I risk that it just gaps up and keeps on going and never stops. And occasionally I sit there and I watch stuff. It just never stops. But most of the time, I get an opportunity. Most of the time, we had Herbalife trigger, bearish. Think I'm going to get an opportunity? Yeah, right? The options didn't make a heck of a lot of sense yesterday. Do they look a heck of a lot better today? Yeah, they do. They sure look better. Am I going to buy them today? No, there's a little too much strength in the stock. Okay, so I'm going to wait until tomorrow and reassess here, make sure that the highs from yesterday don't get eclipsed. But my application of an option on Herbalife by waiting becomes significantly, my prospect becomes significantly improved. And the reality is it's just not uncommon to see a signal and then the next day see the stock go the other way a little bit. And those are what provide the entry opportunities here when it comes to applying options to some of these trader minute or some of these trend rider signals. Thanks for joining us. Hope you Hope your trading is going very well, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.